Hello, all you beautiful souls out there. Hello and welcome to Soul Conscious Tarot. This is Sherry, and this is going to be their current feelings. We're going to see what's in the energy, see what they're thinking, what their feelings are, their intentions, and their next actions, and follow it up with some channel message from the Hidden Truth Oracle. So let's dive right in here and see what we got. Hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. So definitely looks like this person is in some harsher energies. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. It might not all be your message. Some of it might be for someone else, and that's okay. Also, roles can be reversed, so keep that in mind as well. We have chemistry. That always seems to come up in these readings. If there wasn't that pull, that energetic tie, you probably wouldn't be here listening. If there wasn't that chemistry between you and this person, you probably wouldn't be here wondering what's going on with them, right? There's definitely a connection there that's strong enough to keep you inquiring minds want to know, right? Okay, so we have broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. So this person really feels like they fubbed up. They really feel like they can't fix this right now. They're really feeling down on themselves, feeling like there's something that happened that is just right now they're believing that it's something that can't be repaired, that it's broken beyond repair is what I'm getting, what's coming through here. Conflict, clashing differences. Yeah, see, they're focused on the negative. This person is focused very on the negative aspect of what's broken instead of being optimistic and hopeful about how can I fix this. They're not in that energy. They're in this this kind of a little bit of I'm getting despair. Yeah, despair was on this card. Yeah, on the hopelessness card. I just feel like they feel like it's beyond repair, that there's just nothing that they can do. They're not seeing that when there's a will, there's a way. Whenever there's a will, there's always a way. And this is what this person is just not in that energy of seeing the opportunity or being hopeful enough to find a solution, a way forward through their thinking. Yeah, I mean, we've all been there. We've all been where we have moments in our lives where something happens and we get in that little bit of feeling sorry for us energy. This has given me kind of that Five of Cups energy, that hopelessness. It really is. We get just, we get where we focus on the cups that are spilled instead of seeing that, in the Five of Cups energy, there's the two cups that are usually standing that we can, if we just look in a different direction, if we just turn around, we would see that there's something that is positive here. There's something that can be salvaged. There's always, when there's a will, there's always a way. And this person is just in an energy of not seeing that right now. But it will shift. It always does shift for us. We never, most people don't stay in this kind of energy forever. This is just a temporary energy. But I like this energy because this energy will actually it'll actually fuel and ignite something to happen, because you can only stay in this energy for so long before you decide you need to do something about it. Now, this person does feel like there's something that needs to come out. I might feel like I'll probably clarify this confession card to see what it is that they may want, what the confession is, whether they feel like it's on both sides, or whether I feel like it's more something they want to confess to you. I feel like there's something that they're like, how when something happens and it's unexpected and you part ways with somebody and you're like, God, I wish I would have, I wish I would have been able to say this to them, or tell them this before they left. That's what I'm getting with this confession card. It's that kind of energy, like if somebody, not to say somebody's passed on, but when somebody leaves our life for whatever reason, if they've, even if like they've passed on, you can, sometimes there's those like regrets of, I wish that I could have expressed this, or I wish I would have said this to them, or I wish this wouldn't have been my last words to them. It's they're focused on that. They're focused on what they didn't say, what they didn't do, before whatever happened, whatever shattered this and broke the situation. They're really regretting something that they didn't do, and that's what I think that they're focused and concentrating on, that's causing, that's causing them to be in this energy right now. Fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. I feel like this is them. You know how sometimes we can make mountains out of molehills? We can sometimes make something out of nothing. That's what I get here. This is what's happening. This person is making something out of nothing. They're assuming things without, they're looking at the negative, thinking that something's broken, when in reality they have the power and the ability to come in and say this. It's not like you've passed on, and you would, if you had passed on, you're probably not here watching this reading, right? So that tells me they do have the capability to say something, to fix something. It's just for whatever reason they're making mountains out of molehills, and feeling like they can't do anything about it right now. They feel like it's final. They like I said, they feel like there's nothing they can do to fix the situation. But this is a temporary energy. It's very temporary. Influences. I feel like this may be what happened. There may have been someone or something that got in the way that caused this. This could be, it could have been, saying, you're not doing enough of this, or you're paying too much attention to that. It could have been somebody that whispered in this person's ear, that convinced them of something, and now they're regretting that, or listening or taking someone else's advice. It could have been, I really feel like there was something here that they may have prioritized over this connection in some way. I definitely want to pull on that. I want to pull on that influence card, and I want to pull on that confessions card for sure. Breaking point. Yeah, they something definitely happened here. That hit its breaking point. That's why there's the broken here. I mean, it's just kind of telling me the same story, but this is what they want. That's probably, that's kind of telling me the confession they want to make here is possibly, they want to try again. They do. That if they could come clean, that's what they would say. They would say, let's kind of forget this and put it in the past and move past it. But they're not ready to move past it yet, because they're still kind of beating themselves up over what happened, or they're not ready to come clean yet, is what I get. I feel like even though they have this desire to start over, they're not in the energy to show up and do it, is what's coming through very strongly. I think that they're just going through it right now. But let's go ahead. This kind of gets an idea of, I feel like this kind of came through with what their feelings are. Let's see if we can get some cards on their current thoughts. What are their thoughts right now? What is this person's thoughts right now? What are they thinking? Of escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. And that's true. Like, if you were to approach this person right now in the energy they're in, they're definitely gonna not say anything or do anything, because they're really feeling bad. Like, they're in kind of a despair, downtrodden energy, and that's not going to be the energy they're going to want to try and start over and start again in. So if you were to come in and approach, like, try and say something to this person, it's going to kind of fall on deaf ears, because they're not ready to hear it, because of the energy they're in. This is something they've got to kind of work through on their own. So I get this escaping as kind of a hermit energy. They're thinking of, I've just got to be alone right now, is what I'm getting, that kind of hermit energy. So what else are they thinking right now? Okay, so they're thinking this may have been something that repeated. I'm picking up strongly the repeated patterns, not so much necessarily past life, but this is something in your connection, your dynamic that has happened before, and I think this is a cycle that's possibly repeated a few times now, that's come up. The clash has come up, and it's finally come to a breaking point. It's finally come to a head, and I think that's where this is at. Like, this is why this person thinks it's so final, why this person is in despair, why they feel like it's final, they can't fix it, why they're making these mountains out of molehills, because they feel like, okay, they understand that this cycle cannot, that it can't repeat. That there needs to be a new beginning, but they understand, they are realizing that the cycle is ended, that this cannot repeat again, because I think something's changed, something's came to a breaking point, something has fallen apart, and because it wasn't sustainable, and that's why it fell apart, and that's what they're thinking about. Okay, so what else is this person thinking about? Second chances. Yeah, like I said, I did feel that they do want to start again. They do want to, I mean, because they're feeling bad, so that definitely tells me they know something needs to change, something needs to give, but they're not at the point yet, right now, of doing something about it, like actually being proactive to figure out solutions, or to plan a way forward, or to figure out how to overcome the ending. They're still stuck in the ending, if that makes sense. They're still stuck in the ending, so they're not ready to move forward, to have this. They like to have the second chance, but they also know, intuitively, they know they're not ready to, whatever needs to change. they're either they don't understand what needs to change, so the cycle won't repeat itself, and so they're either in that camp, or there's somebody that has, like, is not ready to make those changes yet. It's one of those two. It's either somebody that doesn't realize what needs to change, or they're either in that camp, or there's somebody who is not ready to make those changes yet. One or the other. So you'll have to take that how it resonates for you, whichever sounds correct for you. One day. That's interesting. I actually had the deck flipped over, and I saw that card, and then I turned it over and shuffled some more, and it came back out. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is going to take some time for them to get over it, to get through and get past this. It usually doesn't happen overnight. Some people, I guess some people it does. Some people are able to shake things off quicker than other people. And I'm sorry for the camera shaking. I must not have the things secure enough on there. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and before I get their intentions and next actions, I do want to clarify. I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot deck here, and let's clarify this Confessions card. Whoa, ooh, wow, that just went flying out of the deck, and it is, I think that's the World card. Yeah, oh no, that's the Moon. That's the Moon card. What else do we have? Clarify this Confessions. What is this person hiding? They're hiding the truth. I know, they're wanting to confess something. What are they wanting to confess? Okay, come on here. What does this person want? What's the confession? What is the confession? I see they're hiding, they need to come clean about something, but what are they hiding about? What are they hiding that they need to come clean about? What are they hiding? How stressful this connection has been? So that tells me they've been fronting a little bit. They haven't been honest about how this connection's been making them feel, is what I'm getting. like how up in their mind, how difficult this has been on them. They're not expressing that. They're not expressing how I feel, like this despair, like they feel a little bit lost, a little bit confused. I'm getting that with the Eight of Swords. Like I feel like this has been complicated for them, and they haven't confessed that to you, or they haven't been honest about how up in their head this connection has been, or how difficult it has been on them. I also wanted to look at this influences card. What was this influences? You'll probably know what it is for most of you because you're in the connection with this person. But for me, I don't know. So let's pull on it. Give me, what is this? What was the influences? What was the influences here? Okay, there might have been some jealousy I'm getting. Somebody might have done something, talked to somebody. I almost feel like somebody might have tried to move on and start something with someone else, and that caused some hurt feelings. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. Yep. Before I even got there. Yeah, I think there was a little bit of inconsistency, or somebody was maybe not like talking to multiple people. Now, whether they were doing anything with those people or not, there was some, I'm thinking allegations of, there's some trust. Basically, it comes down to some trust issues here on somebody's part. I don't know. You'll have to take that how it resonates for you. It could be both people. It could be you and them both that might have some trust issues here that need to be worked through in the connection. And that can be something very difficult to overcome. And that's why I think that there might be two camps of people here that came out, like I said, with the second chance and the patterns. I feel like there's the camp of people who they don't realize they've done something wrong. Like they don't realize what they've done is wrong. Like, so they feel like they were completely justified in doing whatever they did, so they don't know how to fix the problem. Okay, so that's one camp of people that are here. And then I feel like the other camp of people are someone who they realize their ways of, maybe seeking external validation through other people, like flirting. They might be somebody that gets a lot of attention, flirts with other people, something like that. Even though they thought it was innocent enough, they realize the damage that it's causing, but they're not ready to address it yet. Okay. But that's what caused it's coming through strongly that that's what caused the issues, is something around trust that's not here. Whether, like I said, it could be on one or both sides or both, in some instance. So let's go ahead and get into their intentions. I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the gilded tarot for this. What are their intentions? What is this person's intentions? The World. See, I was feeling the World card, which goes back to the beginnings and, the second chance. This person, like I said, they want to start a new cycle, but they know, that's their intention to start over. That's came out with the second chances, the beginnings. They're wanting to start over. They're wanting another chance. They're wanting to start a new cycle, but I feel like they're not ready for it yet. And I think they know intuitively they're not ready for this. Yeah, they're leaving themselves. Like, their intentions are to, like I said, with this escaping, their intentions are to escape right now. Is their intentions to keep to themselves until they sort through this. And so just give this person some time, but they do want to come back in. They do. I feel like this person might be someone who tends to have a more physical love, love style, or the way they show love or receive love is more physical. um, with the Ace of Wands coming out here, but this also represents a passionate new beginning, someone who is passionate enough, that chemistry coming through of that has the desire to try and start over. Like they at some point they will come back in. This person will come back in. There's no doubt in my mind this person is going to come back in. But I feel like they aren't going, they know they need to confess like what's going on with them mentally or emotionally here, but they're not, I don't feel like they're going to. They know they need to, but I don't think that this person is ready to address that regardless of what camp, because I feel like this person is somebody who probably doesn't like to talk about those things, is what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and get their next actions. What's this person's next actions? I think it's tied to this Ace of Wands. I really feel like in their intentions are kind of talking about their next actions, but we'll go ahead and get a few more cards out on the table. So this tells me like, I feel in their next actions, they're going to, which is good. I really like this because this really tells me, you know how I said over here that this is somebody who might flirt or, whatever. This is somebody who, while they're going to be in this detached energy of, when they come out of this kind of over exaggerating the ending, and they start really reflecting and looking on things, which they will get to that point in the process. And once they get to that point, they're going to start examining and looking at why they do the things they do. This is what I'm getting off of this Hierophant card. This is somebody who is going to take the time to look at their behavior. And I like this because the Hierophant can also represent like values and beliefs. And I feel like this person is, because they do want to cycle to end, they don't want to repeat. I did say that this person understands that that things can't keep going the way they've been going. They know that's made it difficult, not only for them, but also for you. That's why the one day is here, someday, somewhere, another time, because this person understands that there's something that needs to shift and change. So that's good. That's actually good in a way, because that's positive. And I did say that this person does at some point intend to come in. This is somebody who does have the desire, that they're actively, like there's a part of them that does want to change, that wants to fix the problem, which is good. They're just not in that energy yet to get there where they're looking at that or wanting to address it. And I did say that's this hopeless despair energy is temporary. They will come out of that. So I'm feeling that very strongly. The High Priestess, see, that's why I said this person they intuitively know that they have some things to work out for themselves. So this is their next actions, to look at this, to figure out the root of the problem, which I really like this for them, to get to the heart of the matter, to understand, to really examine some things, look at some things and examine, the way, why things are happening, to really dissect this and find a way to hopefully resolve the problem or change something so that hopefully things won't turn out the same, which is really, really good. I really like this a lot. So, I mean, be patient with this person. They just need some time. This person has some good intentions, I feel. They just are a little bit, they're not ready yet. They're still cooking. They're not quite ready yet, okay? They're working on it though. So, have some faith here. Definitely have some faith. Have some faith in this person. Maybe things aren't going to be exactly the way. Have no expectations too, please. I have to say that here. Have no expectations when it comes to this dynamic, this person, or what things are going to look like. Be willing to compromise. Be willing to work with this person. You'll get so much farther if you guys can come, kind of meet in the middle, instead of, one person getting their way, or or another person getting their way, find a way to compromise here. Find a way to work with this person, really hear them out and listen, because this is somebody who wants to try. And that's a positive thing. If you actually, I mean, I'm guessing you still have feelings for this person, or you wouldn't be here looking at these readings wondering about what they're doing, how they're feeling about you, or this relationship right now, or this situation, whatever it is, dynamic. And this person does care, which is good, but maybe you can't have the relationship that you had hoped. Maybe it's got to be something else that works for you both, and that's something for you to figure out and sort out on your own. So let's finish this up by getting we'll get a couple channel messages through the Hidden Truth Oracle to see what else they might want to share at this time. I want you. That's an Ace of Wands coming through, that chemistry coming through again. I knew exactly what I was doing. I think that's true with this, what we talked about with this third party. They did know what they were doing, but a lot of them don't. Like I said, there's two camps here. Some that don't realize what they were doing was wrong. They don't understand they knew they were doing it, and they knew exactly what they were doing, but they didn't know how, that there was anything wrong with what they were doing. Even though they knew what they were doing, they didn't know what they were doing, that it would have any ramifications, consequences. And then there's the people that did know that there would be consequences, but did it anyway. Okay, that's what I get. I'm afraid of contacting you. I mean, that came through very, very strongly here. Yeah, because they're not in the right energy for it. Like I said, this isn't a good time for either of you to be reaching out to each other, because I don't think it would be successful at this point until this person's energy shifts. But luckily, please, I do feel that this person's energy is shifting. It's going to shift at some point. This is very temporary. Now, how long this temporary, quote, temporary is going to depend on a person. Some people it's going to take longer than others. So just keep that in mind. I can't give you a gauge on how long it's going to take this person to get out of this kind of despair energy or negative thought pattern or loop that they're in, and get to that point where they're trying to, come up with a solution, or trying to fix the problem. It's going to be different for different people. But that's what I have for you guys this evening. I hope it resonated. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it helped you in some way. Please, I hope that you'll give me some support and love and hit that like button. It sure does help all of us readers out here when you do that. It also shares your energy with me, so it's easier for me to pick up on your story, your narratives, what's going on in your life a little bit easier when I'm doing these general messages. Also, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all my subscribers. You guys are wonderful. I love interacting with you. And if you want to be part of this tribe and you're new here, hey, hello and welcome. And I'd love to have you as part of our tribe here on Soul Conscious Tarot. And so if you decide to join us, we'd love to have you. So thank you so, so very much. I from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so very much. Much harmony and gratitude to you, my lovely friends.